Well, hey, welcome to another slow MTG opening. Today I am continuing my ripping through of Murders at Karlov Manor, the latest standard set in rotation by Wizards of the Coast. Lots of big changes here. I think the main one is getting rid of draft boosters and set boosters and combining them into something known as play boosters. Now, I explained the differences between the two in my previous two videos, the pre-release kit and the bundle opening. Today I'm going to crack open a collector's booster box. If you haven't supported LGS, go buy it from them because they will give you one of these buy a box promos. Pretty strong card, Bojack Investigator. I think expected to see a bit of play in Commander here because you can investigate and create clue tokens for each upkeep for each opponent who has more cards in hand than you. So yeah, they have more cards you draw. You make clue tokens, and these are the 30th anniversary cycles for this release. So 3 very, very playable cards: Darwin's Veto, new art in Retrofoil, Deadly Dispute, same art, and then Veto. Veto, I didn't realize how much he was worth. The price has just gone up. I guess because, you know, it's a bit of a combo piece. It's only been printed once in M21, so I didn't realize his price was over $20. Anyway, I also got Commander decks, some really strong cards in these. I don't know about the art though. Everything looks a bit samey, and look at this. I don't know, something's just a bit off on this one. Anyway, all right, enough about that because I am here to open the collector's boosters, something a bit different. I opened quite a lot of play boosters already, so I will crack open a collector's booster. How shall I do this? Let's do this from here and see what's in these. There are lots of new different treatments, so let's see what fun stuff we get in these ones. I think they're made in Japan. Yep, made in Japan. So quality is going to be, I do like the Japanese card. The print is lighter and the stock feels a little bit different. As with collector's boosters, there are 12 in every... just get this out the way. I need more space, especially since I'm going to be unpacking lots of cards. So 12, there's no topper in this one. We've got packed in really tight in the box. Fancy glossy box. We got 12 collector's boosters. Got this font treatment that looks a little bit different. I don't know why they have a different treatment here. From a kind of design perspective, you've got this treatment here and on the play booster box, but in the collector's booster pack, you've got this pseudo sort of graffiti style treatment that seems a little bit at odds with the overall theme, but you know, what do I know? Wizards and their art direction lately. As with Secret Lair and everything, all over the place. Something for everybody. They don't actually put the odds on this one, so here we go. So in this, there's a bunch of stuff in there. You've got lots of commons in rarity, and then there are 5 cards of rare or higher, and serialized cards in less than 1% of the boosters. Yeah, there's 7 different 250 copies serialized, 7 Ravnica City cards, including Aurelia, the Law Above. So let's just get straight into them and I can show you what's in each of these ones. Okay, so because I think the Japanese card, if I'm not wrong, the rares come at the front. So there are generally 5 good hits in each of these, and the ones, we'll get through them and then we'll point out any fun ones. Generally, you have a foil token card, and then here we go. We've got your traditional foil art frame. In this case, it's one of the dual lands. There's full cycle of 10. This is a full art foil. They are fetchable. They come into play tapped, and when they enter the battlefield, surveil. It's odd that they explain surveil in some of them, but not all of them. Anyway, in this slot, you can get traditional foil, alt frame, invisible ink dossier, which I'm hoping to crack. I think they come at 1 per box, sometimes 2, sometimes none. Double rainbow foil serialized up in this slot. And then I think you get a non-foil showcase. Oh, Delny, Streetwise Lookout. That's one of the premier hits for this one. Lots of shenanigans for token decks. This is the Chase Mythic for the set. I think it's pre-selling for 25 US. So you see here, creatures you control with power 2 or less can be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. This is the second one that's of interest. An ability or creature you control with power 2 or less triggers that ability, triggers an additional time. Sometimes Wizards try to stop this shenanigans by saying this only triggers once per turn, but in this case, you know, you can trigger, if you're able to generate lots and lots of value, you can trigger many times, unlimited. Generate, I don't know, unlimited things if you're able to trigger things many times. dossier frame here. It's got a bit of a dossier folder. I know I said this in other videos. If you haven't looked up this card game, the X-Files collectible card game from the 90s, I don't have an example card. I couldn't find one in my box, but they look like dossier frames-ish. Okay, here we got non-foil, and then you got a, in this slot, excuse me, I'm still recovering from a cold. One non-foil or traditional foil extended art commander deck. It says here MKC. So as you know, there are, I think, 10 new cards in each of these commander decks, and you get a chance to hit them in traditional foil or non-foil. Yep, in this slot. So unexplained absence. For each player, exile up to one target non-land permanent that player controls. For each permanent exiled this way, its controller cloaks the top card of your library. Cloak is a new keyword that's a little bit like morph. And also there's disguise. So I can't remember the differences. If I do, I will mention it. And then here we've got non-foil extended art from the main set. In this case, another very playable card, Outrageous Robbery. Black, and X. Target and instant speed. Target player exiles the top X cards in the library face down. You may look at and play those cards for as long as they remain exiled. If you cast a spell this way, you may spend mana, so any mana of any type to cast it. Pretty strong card. And then the last one is just a traditional foil, just a play booster or foil. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th hit, and then you've got the rest of the. I think you've got your traditional foil showcase. So this is the magnification frame, and you've got one non-foil showcase in also a magnified frame. Demand Answers is a nice model card. Sorry, not model card. It's a good card. It's the additional cost to cast a spell, sack an artifact, or discard a card, draw 2 cards. So Thrill of Possibility like card. Yeah, a bit more flexible. In fact, it's a better thrill because not only can you cast this by discarding a card, or you can sacrifice an artifact. So that's an upgrade on thrill. Convenient target. And then you've got the I think the land slot. So traditional full art land. So this is the what they call the impossible art frame. I quite like it. Reminds me of a video game. What was that one that's an isometric view? If you remember, help me put it in the comments. And then you've got a couple of 3 traditional foil uncommons and 4 traditional foil commons. So 1, 2, 3, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's some pretty good uncommons, commons actually. There's one that's one of those Shadowborn Apostle type cards where you can play as many as you can in your deck. That one's it's a slime. It's some sort of slime. I need to remember what it is because I opened 2 of them. Slime Against Humanity. That's kind of funny. Anyway, okay, so let's get on cracking or speed up as we get through the pack. So, we don't get a... We have Illicit Masquerade, kind of trippy art there. Really nice. Yeah, I won't read it because I haven't really seen the set. I haven't done the preview. So this is where the serialized would hit. And then you've got the Mythic Elquist Prof Master Sleuth. I guess that's Elquist. He kind of looks different here. Went for surgery, maybe disguise. So Elquist, he's a legendary creature. He's a mythic as well. So not bad. I hit 2 mythics in this slot so far. He's our he's on the art of the promo. So he has vigilance. It's Izzet colors, 3/3. Can be a commander, I guess. When he enters the battlefield, investigate. You can play. Oh, it's not just Izzet. You can play Jeskai. White as well. X white blue tap, sacrifice a clue, you draw X cards and gain X life. So Sphinx, what's this? Sphinx's Revelation on a stick. We've got rare from the commander deck, Innocuous Researcher. I haven't really followed the pricing on these, but there's one that's worth quite a bit, seeing double or something like that. Anyway, 10th District Hero is our extended art foil, Kai Carpenter art. We've got the regular rare Fugitive Codebreaker. It says here disguise, so it explains the disguise mechanic. It is really, you can play it like a morph, 3 mana. It's a better morph. You can play it face down for 3 mana as a 2/2 creature, ward 2, and then you can turn it face up for its disguise cost, which is usually a cost that's higher than the casting cost. Okay, so moving a little bit faster, you got Auspicious Arrival, and so there's foil and non-foil, and then you get another foil art land, and then a couple of 3 uncommons. Yep, that's it. I will call out any interesting rares. So let's keep going down this stack. They're a lot easier to open than some of the other Japanese packs, actually. But this foiling is actually quite nice on this clue token. There's a bit of, kind of almost looks gold there. Can you see that? Oh, I'm zooming in, let's focus. Really nice clue token. Let's see what we get. We get a rare. Archdruid's Charm. Nice. They're completing the charm cycle. I think they had the blue one in Modern Horizons. Archmage's Charm, so they're continuing here. We've got Modal Spell. You can choose one. Search a library for a creature or land card, reveal it, put it in battlefield, tap. There's a land card, otherwise put it in your hand and shuffle. Exile target creature artifact or enchantment. And put a 1/1/+1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It deals damage, so it's a fight. It's got tutor, fight, and destroy exile artifact enchantment. It'd be nice if it said exile target artifact and enchantment. And or. Anyway, okay, keep on going. So here we have Lavaz. He is in the dossier frame. It's a detective. We've got a rare ransom note. Oh my god, this art is so... okay, never mind. Some of them, like Lead Pipe and a few others, they seem pretty basic and they seem more in place in some of the Universes Beyond product than the Premier Marquee Wizards product. We've got Blood Splatter Analysis, sounding a very CSI. Got Outrageous Robbery. Again, this is the third one I've opened in all my openings in regular foil. Now we have the Dossier in foil, and then we have Dossier in non-foil. We have Foil Land, Chalk Outline. Again, like I told you, lots of dudes in hats. Let's try to find more dudes in hats. Such a shame the art's so small in this one. Hustle Bustle Split Cards are back. Crime Novelist again. Shady Informant. Blah, 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 blah. The Deuce. Keep opening the Deuce. Wants me to play blue in the set. Okay, keep on going. What have I got here? Let's see. Clue, and I've got a rare Borderless World Soul's Rage. It's an X spell in Gruul colors. It deals X damage to any target. Put up to X lands from your hand and or graveyard in the battlefield tap. Pretty strong card actually, because you want to ramp in lands anyway. We've got a rare in Borderless here. It's a land, a fetch land, dual land. We've got the Commander, True Identity. Remember, True Identity, another permanent you control is turn face up, scry one, then draw a card. This only triggers once a turn. Disguise. So you can also disguise enchantments, I guess, as a 2/2. So play it as a creature. Lost in a Maze. Rare non-foil. I don't know why I had this slot here. I guess this could be a non-foil borderless. And then Incinerate the Guilty. Nice mythic. It's a dragon with art by Lucas Gragiano that's sold in the Magic Card MTG Art Market on Facebook. If you haven't seen, you want to collect original Magic art, pop onto the Facebook group. I might put the link. His art looks fantastic, but doesn't reproduce really well in this. So many of the details are lost. Incinerate of the Guilty. 4 red dragons, always popular. Flying Trample, no haste though, by 6/6. When he deals combat damage, a player may collect evidence X. When you do Incinerate of the Guilty, deals X damage each creature and each planeswalker that player controls. So basically, to collect evidence X, exile cards with total mana value X or greater from the graveyard. Okay, there we go. So that's our last hit. And then we've got a foil, non-foil, foil land, a couple of uncommons and commons. Still haven't hit a Invisible Ink card yet. I hope to be able to get one and show you what it looks like. But the foil tokens are really pretty. Here, top tier. Ooh, Tolsimir. This is Dossier and rare. So this slot you can be alt art frame traditional foil. It should be okay. Okay, I get it. Yep, this was my second slot. So this is nice. Tolsimir is back. He's also in Ravnica. I didn't realize that. Anyway, he's got lifelink 3/2 for 5 mana. So yeah, when ETBs create a Voya Fenstalker Legendary 5/5 green and white wolf creature token with trample. So 5, 6, 9, 8, 7 power for 5. Whenever a wolf you control attacks, if Tolsimir attack this combat, target creature and opponent control blocks that wolf this turn, if able. It's pretty good. We've got another Yaris. I opened this in my pre-release kit, so I won't go through it. We've got a rare Commander, Tussock Judith's Hellhound. 3/3. I guess that's Judith. Yeah, she survived. Tessa is dead. We've got Barb's Servitor, and then the rare is Case of the Uneaten Feast. So they call this enchantments. They're kind of like sagas, except now they call them cases, so they're modal. They essentially work like sagas. So, you go through at the beginning of your, I think, first main, you trigger this, trigger this. Oh, no, wait, they're slightly different. Let me just read them closely so I don't misinform people. So this happens when you cast it whenever it is enchantment. It says, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. To solve, you gain 3 or more life. If unsolved, solve it at the beginning of your end step. Yeah. So when it's solved, sack this case. Creature cards in your graveyard, again, you may cast this card from your graveyard until end of turn. So there we go. Kind of like a saga. And then let's get into foil, non-foil, alt art, foil lands, and that's it for the regular slots. So I'm halfway through the box. What do you think of the set so far? I think it's nice that Wizards doing something a little bit different. I had some hesitation when it came to the set. I thought, it seems odd to focus in on such a small little event, especially after War of the Spark onwards, where there were all this kind of Marvel Infinity War type stuff happening across the multiverse. Suddenly you go into something really domestic. So that's the story. We've got Steam Core Scholar Rare Full Art, extended art, Flying Vigilance 2/2. Looks like he could live in the Doctor Who set, actually, the art. When it ATBs, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, and then discard instant sorcery or creature card flying. Pretty good. Oh, this is nice. This is one of the rare ones. Nice and foiled. So this is the alt art Kellen, full art extended, that you can only get in collector's boosters, if I'm not wrong. So we haven't seen a special guest card yet, but I opened one in my pre-release kit. So if you want to see what they look like, there are a list of 10 special reprints. And in this case, we've got one of the detectives as Kellen. This is the alternate art version. So I guess it's considered all art that's similar. And then we've got the commander card, got Doppelgang, and then we have the dual land in regular foil. Deadly Complications again, Exposed Culprit, Satchel of Detectives, Wrench. This is what I mean. It's very Clue or Cluedo. Wrench in the living room, blah, blah, blah. Demand answers at common is very strong. So still no serialized, still no ink. I don't know how much the ink cards are worth, but they would be nice to hit. Let's see. We've got a Story Spotlight card. We've got Analyze the Pollen. This is the showcased rare. They look a bit like this. They're magnified. So it's through a lens of a camera or a magnifying glass. So it's 1 green. Sorcery is additional cost. Cast a spell, collect evidence 8. Search a library for basic land card. If evidence was collected, instead search a land for creature or land card. Reveal that card, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. It's okay. We got... here we go. Kylox. Hey, sorry, to stitch 2 videos, my phone died. So I'm continuing. Kylox, Visionary Inventor, 7 mana 4/4, so he's rare, and he's got Mana Sword 2 and haste. Whenever he attacks, sack any other number of creatures in exile. Top X card is your library, where X is total power. You may cast any number of instant or sorcery spells among the exiled cards without paying their cost. So I think really powerful effect, but the fact that he is 7 mana for 4/4 is pretty high. Anyway, continuing what we have, we've got Redemption Arc. It's the commander one. It's enchanted creature has indestructible, is goaded, and 1 and a white exile enchanted creature. We've got the Drag the Canal extended. We've got the set rare foil in it's Case of the Stash Skeleton. So I guess these are also cases that you want to solve. When this case enters the battlefield, create a 2/1 black skeleton creature token and suspected. A suspected creature has menace and can't block. To solve, you control no suspected skeletons. If unsolved, solve it at the beginning of your end step. So it's not bad. It happens, I think, like in a saga. Solve 1 and a black sack this case. Search the library for a card, put it in your hand, shuffle. Wow, this is kind of like Demonic Tutor. This is really strong, I think, this card. Don't sleep on this. Of course, DT is still DT, but additional tutors never hurts in combo decks. Got Honorized Exit, Meddling Use. So this is the first pack where I've had foil in one, Magnified in the dossier in the other. Got the Swamp, and then we've got a couple of uncommons, and then the commons. Still haven't hit Slime Against Humanity. Or a, what do they call it? A ink cards. Let's see if I can hit one and show you what they look like. We've got Prof's Eidetic Memory. I opened that in pre-release. We've got, here, the only Planeswalker of the set. Now, Wizards have gone back after putting a Planeswalker in every pack in War of the Spark. They've gone the other way. Kaya is our chief investigator here, leading the investigation on the murders at the Karlov Manor. She is our key and one and only mythic Planeswalker. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them on this piece of art. This is the alt art version that can only be found, just like Kellen earlier, in the Collector's Boosters. Whenever her ability, she is a 4-mana, 3 loyalty Planeswalker. Whenever one or more creatures you control and or creature cards in your graveyard are put in exile, you may choose a creature card from among them until end of turn. Target token you control because a copy of it upsets flying. Wow, it's a lot of words. Yeah, she does her usual card things, generally +2, surveil 2, exile a card from graveyard, +1, create a 1/1 spirit token with flying, or -2, exile target creature you control. For each player, exile up to 1 target creature that player controls. So I guess Kaya has a way to just get rid of stuff if you've got creatures on the board. Nice to draw one of these. In Extended, I wonder if they come in foil. They probably do. And this is the Commander ones. Eye of Duskmantle looks like it belongs in the Baldur's Gate set. But anyway, it's flying lifelink 3/8 for 7. You may play lands and cast spells from among the cards in your graveyard. Surveil this turn. If you cast a spell this way, you pay life equal to its mana value rather than paying its mana cost. Extended Unyielding Gatekeeper. You will not pass 3/2 Disguise. Blah blah blah. I got another one of these. These are seeded pretty, I think, at a pretty regular rate. I think you play Roosters 1 every 6 packs. You get one of 10 dual lands. In this case, yeah, I think they're pretty good. Gonna make some sort of play in Standard, I would think. Good fixing. Okay, keep on going. Not gonna spend too much time on these. Yeah, they went this way. Okay, kind of cool. First time I'm seeing that card. Okay, let's keep going. I've got 4 more packs. Ooh, still new serialized, which I think the serialized are going to be much harder to hit here compared to some of the more recent sets because there are only 7 cards that are serialized. Oh, this might be the Invisible Ink one. Yeah, there we go. Vein Ripper. I think it's 1 per box. So they come in... Wow, okay. Let me try to describe it. It's a mythic. It's a Vein Ripper, Vampire Assassin, 3 black, black, black. Ward sack a creature that's pretty high. It's flying 6/5. Whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. 6/5 flying, so pretty evasive. Now, what happens with Invisible Ink compared to even the foil? The regular ones are just regular. Here's a foil one. The foil one's pretty matte, so it's just foil across the board. Just flat matte foiling. In this one, what you can see is they've got a spot varnish. You can see here on this frame. Yeah, a bit of a hollow foil treatment on the edge of the dossier. And what you can see here is a little bit of what they call the invisible ink here. You can see a message if you tilt it at a certain angle. Let me try to zoom in there and see. There we go. That's a bit better. There is a chalk outline of a body, and then there's 5 crossed out, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, question mark, 20, question mark. Identity unknown, body count unknown, but potentially in a dozen. So this could be our murderer. Okay, Vein Ripper. That is our first Invisible Ink card. And then we've got another dual land in Extended Art. Got our Commander in Hot Pursuit. Don't know if it's worth anything. We've got another Mythic Expedited Inheritance, which I opened as well. We've got a rare Soul Innovation, Deduce Forest. Yep, and that's that. Okay, let's see if we can get another Invisible Ink card. So they're kind of 1 in 12 packs, I would say. 1 in 12 an average. Detective, we got extended art. Elegant Parlor, I've opened quite a few of these. Oh, nice. Neve Mizzet. This is the original art sold for almost 8 grand recently on the art market. Yeah, it's not mythic, it's rare. Flying Hexproof from Multicolored, not the strongest Neve, but 6/6, and whenever it deals combat damage, a player deals X damage to any target. Target player draws X cards and you gain X life. Pretty strong though, where X is the number of different color pairs among permanents you control that exactly 2 colors. So I guess it is really needs to work in a specific way, but I am sure people will try to break this card or at least make it work. I don't know what frame this is. Maybe this is regular extended frame. I don't know, it's got a weird treatment. It's not quite magnified. Let's put it there for now. And then we've got extended Follow the Bodies. This looks like a leftover from the Doctor Who set. Gravestorm, Investigate. Gravestorm, I can't remember what is Gravestorm, but I'm not sure. I'm guessing how many cards were put in the graveyard this time, and then you storm that many times. Pretty interesting. Hide in Plain Sight. These are cats, modeled after the artist's cats. So cute. And then you got the rare, which is another case, which is like enchantment. Makes your instant and sorceries you control cost 1 less to cast. To solve, you've cast 4 or more instant spells this turn. If unsolved, solve at the beginning of your end step. So good for spell slinging decks. Solve whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card. So this gives you an accrues value over time. The chase is on. Who is chasing after this person? If she's innocent, why, as she so vehemently claims, why did she run? So all the usual tropes, a little bit cheesy in a way. They're playing on all the detective tropes, right down to the magnifying glasses, which, I don't know, man. Seems a little bit tacky, I suppose, in a way. Yeah, but that's where you have it. So investigating a murder feels like combines elements of lots of things from all the... like, just look at this. Hard-boiled detectives. Okay, we've got 10th District Hero. This guy again. Check this out. Kai Carpenter art. You really want to investigate. So we've got Audience with Tristani. Got Mirko. This is the Commander card. Mythic. I don't think Mythic really matters much in the Commander set because they print so many new Mythics. But looks good. Flying Vigilance. Whenever you surveil, it puts a +1/+1 counter on Mirko. And at the beginning of your end step, you may return target card. Ooh, creature card with power less than Miracle from your graveyard the battlefield with a finality counter. Pretty good in a reanimate deck. I think that's probably, I want to say, in this deck, which has reanimate in it. I will come to that. Another Prof's Eidetic Memory. In Extended, we've got another case of Locked Hot House. I'm going to spend a bit of time on this. You may pay an additional land on each of your turns. To solve, you control 7 or more lands. Solve, you may look at the top card library at any time, and you may play lands and cast creature and enchantment spells from the top of the library. Really like these cards. I think they're really quite powerful in Commander and in a longer game. Yeah. Okay, last pack. See if we can get one more Invisible Ink card or a hard-to-hit serialized card, which I think is pretty rare. Unlikely, because the serialized cards are in this slot and they are typically story spotlight cards. There are only 7, if I'm not wrong. Barb Servitor, 1/1 for 4. Seems pricey, but why? Indestructible. When ETB is suspected, whenever it deals combat damage to player, draw a card, you lose life. When Barb Servitor is dealt damage, target opponent loses that much life. Oh, okay. Oh, this is nice. If you find a way to yeah, damage it, I'll make opponents lose life. Pretty cool. 4 mana. Okay, so this is the buy a box promo. Bojack Investigator, really good in Commander. You see the different frame here. Finally, we've got in this slot, the Commander slot. If you see here, I've opened this is the 12th one. There's only 1 foil, so they're pretty hard to get in foil, I would say, full up foil. Morska, under Sea Sleuth, so I think that will come in this deck. Deep Blue Sea. Ha! Like how what they did there. Legendary creature, Vidalcan Fish Detective. No maximum hand size. Beginning of your upkeep, investigate. Whenever you draw a second card each turn, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Morska under Sea Sleuth. So could be one of the face commanders for 2/3. That's nice. Assassin's Trophy is back in this set at rare, so it's a good time to get this. All-time low in prices. Got Aurelia, the low above, and the rare, and that's it. We've got a rare. Murder is back, and that, I think, I'm going to close the case on this collector booster box. I did all right. Nothing crazy. I think it's hard to get. I think a lot of value might be in this. If you actually have the ink version of Delny, I think the invisible ink and the serialized, I think some of them will be worth a little bit. If I'm not wrong, Nif may be serialized. I'm not sure. Okay, though these are the cards I hit. Yeah. Extended art, regular foils, tons of good stuff. I always enjoy opening collector's boosters, even though they are pretty pricey. Thank you for joining me for this opening. I am down to the Commander decks and the Play Booster box set. I'm getting a bit tired, so I'm not sure if I'll continue tonight, but I will, yeah, take you through more of them. So thank you, like, subscribe, and share this with your friends if you want to see me spend more money and open cards for you guys. See you. Bye.